Hey peeps, so it's an absolutely epically beautiful day, especially for February. Like, what the hell? The sun is out, it is glorious. If you can see, probably blinded you there, but yeah, blue skies all around. It's so nice. So still reading this amazing book. So I just wanted to share a little bit of it. So it says here, so this is quoted from A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. Non-reaction to the ego in others is one of the most effective ways not only of going beyond ego in yourself, but also dissolving the collective human ego. So I love that. And then it goes on to say, non-reaction is not a weakness but a strength. Another word for non-reaction is forgiveness. So I feel like that links to my last video. And the ego's greatest enemy of all is, of course, the present moment, which is to say, life itself. And then he goes on to say about how complaining shouldn't be confused with informing someone of a mistake. So, if it can be put right. And he gives the example of like telling the waiter that your soup's cold is okay if it needs to be heated up, but if you say, how dare you serve me cold soup, then you're putting a me in there, so you're identifying with the ego. So I think that's really interesting, and he's talking a lot about how he's talking about complaining and resentment and stuff, and when we see something that we don't like in someone, when we complain and resent about that, then we're just boosting our ego itself. Complaining is one of the ego's favourite strategies for strengthening itself. So, yeah, and then we completely believe these stories about people, and then it just fuels the fire even more. But if we can see that instead, he's saying, as like a lack of consciousness or like unconsciousness, then we can see that as just the ego in the person or the lack of consciousness, and we can help them, or if it's too full on, then we can take a step back. But yeah, we don't have to get sucked into it and let it consume us. And also by judging others, then that's strengthening our ego, when usually it's just those things that are maybe something we need to work on ourselves. So yeah, I think that's a good way of detaching it from the person and not hating on that person itself. It's just, their ego or their lack of or their like unconsciousness. But the world is waking up, and like it's happening rapidly. So yeah, so it says here as well, instead of overlooking unconsciousness in others, you make it into their identity. And then that's just the unconsciousness in us, that's then the ego that's overlooking. Yeah, so don't overlook the unconsciousness in others. Just see it as that, and then when you see that it's not them, it's just their ego, then you don't feel like it's a personal attack then, because it's not. So yeah, so I just thought I'd share that little bit with you. Little bugs flying about. So yeah, have a beautiful, wonderful day, peeps. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and check out this book. And he's also done The Power of Now, so I want to get that book next, even though that come out first. I'm going to read that. But yeah, I'm about a quarter of the way, or maybe a fifth of the way through this book. But yeah, it's really linking in with what I'm learning about in my life right now, so it's been really, really enjoyable. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Love you lots. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Enjoy the sun. Love you. Peace. So yeah, sorry, I continued to read it, and I think I should finish it off with what else he was saying in the rest of the paragraph. Um, so he's saying it's a me that enjoys making someone wrong. So like when we're complaining, that's like service to the ego, not of the change. And the ego doesn't really want to change, it wants to continue to complain about things. So if we take note of that and we notice it and recognize it for what it is, then we can see that it's no more than just a conditioned mind pattern, a thought. And like, so you've got to notice that we're not that voice, like we're the one who's aware of the voice, and that's consciousness. And like awareness, that's how we fight the ego. So the thinker is in the foreground, but then you become free of the ego, free of the unobserved mind. So we're the observer. And the moment you become aware of the ego in you, it's strictly speaking no longer the ego, but just an old conditioned mind pattern. Ego implies unawareness. Awareness and ego cannot coexist. That's what Eckhart says. So the old mind pattern or mental habit may still survive, and like, you know, that can come up again, but it's just because it's deeply ingrained, so we've got to keep being aware and keep working on that. And as we do, you know, he says there's thousands of years of collective human unconsciousness behind it, and every time it's recognized, then it's weakened. So, you know, then again, that comes back to like when we help ourselves, then we're actually helping the whole collective of human consciousness all together, and that's really empowering and really exciting, because we are all everything, we are everyone, we're every being, we're every tree, you know, we are all one. We're even that loud helicopter, but yeah, we could just change it into a different noise. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I just wanted to add that bit. So yeah, A New Earth, check it out, Eckhart Tolle, he's awesome. Yes, consciousness. Peace, love ya.